When I was 14 years old, my parents gave me one rule that seemed completely ridiculous. Every night before going to sleep, I had to lock my bedroom door. Not close it, not leave it cracked open. Lock it. If I forgot, my father would wake me up and make me do it. Whenever I asked why, he always gave the same answer. It's for your safety. I thought it was just one of those weird family habits. Then one night I found out the truth. It happened during summer vacation. Around 3 a.m. I woke up because I heard footsteps in the hallway. At first I thought it was my dad getting a drink of water, but the footsteps sounded wrong. Too slow, too heavy. I checked my phone. Everyone else in the house should have been asleep. Then I heard something stop outside my bedroom door. Complete silence. A few seconds later, someone tried the doorknob. My stomach dropped. The handle slowly turned left and right. Whoever was outside was trying to get in. I froze in bed. "Dad?" I called out. No answer. The handle kept moving. Then a voice spoke from the hallway. It sounded exactly like my mother's voice. "Honey, open the door." I sat up. Something felt wrong immediately. My mother never called me honey. "Mom?" I asked. "Open the door," the voice repeated. "Please." Then I heard another sound downstairs. A loud crash, followed by my father's voice yelling, "Don't open the door!" The voice outside instantly stopped speaking. For a moment, everything was silent. Then whatever was outside began scratching the wood. Slowly, deliberately, like it knew I was listening. I stayed awake until sunrise. The scratching continued for hours. When morning finally came, I opened the door. Deep claw marks covered the entire outside surface. My parents were waiting in the kitchen. My father looked exhausted. My mother looked terrified. Neither seemed surprised when I told them what happened. Finally, I demanded answers. My father stared at his coffee for a long time before speaking. "The rule wasn't for burglars," he said quietly. "Then what was it for?" He looked at me and said, "Because every few years, something comes to this house and pretends to be one of us." My mother started crying. "And the last time someone opened the door for it," she whispered, "your older brother disappeared." That's when I remembered something strange. I had never seen a single photo of my family with an older brother. Not one. After that conversation, nobody spoke about it again. But I couldn't stop thinking about it. An older brother? How could someone have a brother and never know he existed? Over the next few weeks, I searched the house. I looked through old albums, school records, and boxes in the attic. Nothing. It was as if my brother had never existed. Then one afternoon while my parents were at work, I found a locked metal box hidden behind insulation in the basement. Inside were dozens of photographs. Every single one showed a smiling teenage boy standing beside me. A boy who looked almost exactly like me. The dates on the photos made my blood run cold. They had been taken when I was 5 years old. But I didn't remember any of them. On the back of one picture, someone had written, "Ryan and Ethan. Summer 2014. Ryan was my name, meaning the other boy was Ethan, my brother. The brother who supposedly disappeared. That night, I showed the photo to my father. The moment he saw it, all color drained from his face. "Where did you find that?" he asked. I told him. For a long time, he just stared at the picture. Then he finally said, "That's not Ethan." I laughed nervously. "What are you talking about?" My father shook his head. "That's the thing that took Ethan." My stomach twisted. My father explained that years ago, Ethan had opened his bedroom door after hearing our mother's voice. The next morning, he was gone. But 2 days later, he came back. At first, everyone celebrated. Then strange things started happening. Ethan knew things he shouldn't know. He would stand outside people's doors at night. Sometimes he would talk to empty corners of rooms, and every family photo taken after his return looked wrong. His smile never changed. Not once. Finally, my grandparents convinced my parents that whatever came home wasn't really Ethan. One night, they locked him out of the house. Something scratched at every door and window until sunrise. Then it vanished. A week later, the real Ethan's backpack was found deep in the woods. Empty. The police never solved the case. But if that thing disappeared years ago, I asked, why do I still have to lock my door? My parents looked at each other. Finally, my mother whispered, "Because it came back." The room went silent. My father slowly nodded. "We've seen it standing at the edge of the property." My mother started crying again. "And every time it comes back, she looked directly at me. It looked